So after finishing the painting and sending a quick video to my clients, they came back with some feedback, and essentially they were asking if the shadows in the lower right corner could be less contrasty. They were very prominent. So I basically agreed to see what I could do about softening this area. Basically, I took my spray bottle and I sprayed down this area, being careful to shield the rest of the painting from the spray. I took paper towel, bunched it up real good, and basically dabbed it, pat it down. And this way, it actually did help soften these dark areas on the lawn. So I think it worked out. You can see a before picture showing how sharp those dark areas were, and I think it was a good observation by my clients, and I think it will help to make this area stand out a little bit less and allow the viewer's eyes to really stay focused in the center part of the painting, which is really the whole point of this painting. So I received another request from the client to try to soften the contrasting area here on the lawn, and I successfully did that for this lower right corner as I showed you before, and now they've asked if I can soften it up a bit in the middle of the lawn as well. So I see their point, and I think it will turn out better actually with these notes. So we're going to try to do that right now, and I'm going to put a piece of paper here to kind of protect the area above that. And what I'm going to do is use a spray bottle and just give it a few spritzes here. And if I just let it sit on its own, it will actually soften up. The pigments will start to move around, but I do want to try to shape it a little bit by just patting it down. And this is a nice hack for softening up some hard edges. I myself personally like dramatic lighting, so that's probably why it tended towards this pretty high contrast look. Ultimately, we did decide on the photograph together, so it's not like this was a complete surprise, but probably after the image has been painted, you know, it's easier sometimes for people to look at it with fresh eyes and realize, oh, well, maybe I don't want such harsh shadows in the foreground. And that's perfectly valid. I see their point. So we can see that it's definitely softened up a bit. I may have to use a brush for some of these harder edges up here, like that. The reason why I avoided a brush to begin with is using a brush sometimes will just result in these streaks that may be more noticeable. So patting it with the paper towel is actually more effective and less prone to causing brush strokes and unwanted edges here. Some of this should be at Some of this is subjective too, because you know, there will be some hard edges. There should be some hard edges mixed in with less hard edges throughout, depending on the actual terrain. But I think this is looking better. It's looking softer, like it's a little bit more blended in. And this just goes to show how it's still possible with watercolor. You know, a lot of people say it's very unforgiving, and if you make a mistake or you put paint down, that you pretty much have to live with it. But it's not completely true. There's certain techniques that you can employ to quote-unquote fix a painting after the fact. So there we have it. I think I've softened up the shadows on the lawn so it doesn't seem as dramatic, and we'll see how the client responds to this.